Hey, it's Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and it's Monday. It's July the 20th. It's a little bit late. I'm getting this done. I apologize, but it's the quickest I could get to it today. But not a lot. This is going to be a pretty quick chart lesson. Not a lot of trades today. They were all fairly decent trades, but just not a lot of them. Um, there just wasn't much volume or volatility today. So if it continues to slow down like this, we may look at a little bit different chart at some point. But I just think the volume is off and just not much happening. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the trade since it's late and get through this one. There was a trend down, a trend up. You see the break, new low, the break, new high, trend down, and that got us into the 2 o'clock hour. So fairly straightforward overall, just kind of a range day. I was a little surprised. Usually once we break out, we'll make a measured move, and we really didn't do that today. You see, we didn't miss it by much, maybe a tick or so, but we didn't quite get there. Um, I would have thought we would have got a measured move, but like I said, we only missed it by maybe a tick, so it's not that big a deal. But anyway, let's talk about the trades and get this one over with, where I can get it uploaded. But we're really in this trading range here. Prices, there's two legs up. There's a little move up, pull back, another leg up, and then we pull back. There's a first entry. You pull back again. There's a second entry. It fails. Um, you don't want to go long right into that resistance. And you didn't really want to go short yet, but when you get that failed second entry long in that big bearish bar, I liked going short there. Maybe a little nervous when it hung up there for a minute, but then it tried to go up again. This is one where you can add on, and if you didn't enter here, definitely enter here. And this is kind of a little breakout pullback short setup, but this really confirmed the trend line here because it came off those first two, and then this went back and touched it, and then it touched it again. So I liked adding on to this one because you wouldn't have scalped out of this first one most likely unless you got in there on a limit order or something. And it was tempting to enter. I wouldn't want to enter here, but when it pulled back here, this is almost like two legs back, but it's right into that support right there. And you know what usually happens? This one would have worked. So I think it's worth skipping. I didn't like going long here, even though this is likely going to be a failed break lower as usual. But there's no break of this trend line, and it's a good chance that you get trapped here. So I really didn't like that one either. Um, this one is a first entry, but notice it comes up, it pulls back, it goes up, and then you get this big bearish bar. I don't like the little doji, but when we got this bearish bar, I like going short right there because you're probably going to run down there and test that low again, and that's exactly what happens. Um, you get a first entry short, pull back, and of course you don't want to take a first or second entry short right into that support area, that overnight low right there. And I liked actually going long on that reversible when it turned down again and failed. That's a failed second entry short. Just go long right there. And again, this is one you can add on. So if you just took these two trades and added on, that's all you needed today because that's four winners right there in a row. So pretty good setups. And then of course we get to the top. And it's usually better to wait on a second entry, especially when there's been no break of this trend line right here. It was tempting to go long right here. If you took it, I'm okay with it. I'm not crazy about it because notice that we tried to go lower again and turned up, and it went below this bar, then turned and went out on the same bar. So if you took that, I'm willing to give that a green and tell you it's real aggressive. I don't like it. Um, it's going to fail most times, so I think you got to skip that trade, but I'll mark it as an aggressive trade. But when you get the failed second entry short and it comes back and tests the high, I like it then. And there's not quite enough room to get out there, but I still like this one. We're probably going higher now with that trap, and of course we do. And then it pulls back. There's a second entry long right there, but again, it's not a very good setup bar. The signal bar is horrible. It's very bearish. You don't want to be going a long way up here, but when it turns back down and fails and turns up, just go long right there. And that's uh, again, a nice failed trap lower, and it gives you a second chance to get in uh, off that what was really a second entry off of this bar that wasn't a good setup. And then it comes up here, and look what happens right here. Tries to go, it makes a new high. You got the break, a new high. It tries to go higher once, tries to go higher twice, and fails. Look at that bearish bar. I like that for a short. Um, it's good, just enough for a scalp. Looking back on it, maybe it was a little aggressive, uh, but I still like it, and it did work out. But then it shot up again, and it's tempting to enter there, but I think you need to wait on a better entry, and then that got us into the 2 o'clock hour, so really wasn't anything left. Um, and that was pretty much it for today. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 normal trades, one aggressive trade, so 8 or 9. I guess that's about right for. You just had to kind of wait it out, between a little after 9 o'clock and till almost 11. So it's about a 2 hour span in there where not much happened. You just run into the other side of the range. But the trend lines are all fairly straightforward, all of them following the rules. Again, I told you it wasn't going to take very long tonight, and I'm not going to beat around the bush since it's almost 9 o'clock. I want to get this uploaded for anybody who wants to see it tonight. It'll probably upload quickly because it's only about 6 minutes. But just a trading range day. Um, and again, you're usually looking for that. If you break out one side or the other, you're looking for that measured move. And you can see we missed that by maybe a tick there. So, and that generally means you're going to make a big run in the other direction. So, we're still hovering just above 2100. And that's about it for today. So I'm going to wrap it up. We'll be back again to do it tomorrow. This is Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.